Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back to my channel for another speed build. Today I'm really excited to share this build with you guys. So if you didn't know, I recently bought two new expansion packs, the Cottage Living and Island Living pack, and today we're building in Henford-on-Bagley, the world that came with the Cottage Living expansion pack. And I have to be honest, when the pack first came out, I felt like it wasn't going to be one of my favorite packs of all time. I didn't like that there weren't any coffee table and a two-seater couch. And I also wish that they had a couple of plain wallpapers too, because currently it comes with, I think, three types of pattern wallpapers, which you can see in a while. I used them throughout the build. So a few plain wallpapers would be nice to pair with the pattern ones, because I just feel like it can get a little bit too overwhelming if you have just too many pattern wallpapers all over the house. I mean, at least for me. And same goes for the rugs. I just wish there were a few plain swatches as well. But after using the build and buy items from this cottage living pack to build this grandma cottage, I guess my views kind of changed. I realized that whatever I felt could have been added. So one thing I really liked about this pack is the clutter items for the kitchen. It came with a pot, flask, containers that are all very vintage, like just farmhouse looking kind of vibes. And then the fridge is also so cute. It looks like the Smack fridge, and honestly, it would be goals to own a Smack fridge in the future. Anyways, this cottage is for a grandma who lives alone here. I have no idea what the grandma does, and I absolutely have no idea if she's still working or is retired. But you know what, you can always come up with your own background story and download this build for your own Sims. It doesn't even have to be for grandma, to be honest. It could be for any kind of Sims. I don't know, maybe someone who lives in the countryside, something like this. Yeah. Oh, and this build has one bedroom and one bathroom and comes to a 32,221 simoleons. And yeah, as always, you can download this build under my origin ID, shansimsyt, or you can find it under the hashtag shansimsyt. And as usual, all the details will be in the description box down below. Right now, we're just coming up with the floor plan of this cottage. Initially, I just went with the square box, the bigger square box that you see right now. Afterwards, I felt like the build needed some sort of dimension, or what do you call it? I don't know. It just felt very boxy, so I just added another extension to the right side of it. So that will be where the bedroom is. And now that I think about it, I'm pretty happy that I made that decision. Otherwise, the whole build will seem very cramped, and I didn't want it to be so cramped also. I wanted to make sure I could use as many of the build and buy items. So yeah, really happy that everything came out nicely. So over here, I'm just starting off with the kitchen as usual, my favorite room to start with. And currently I'm just decorating the space, adding a few of the clutter items and some of the stuff that I mentioned earlier. You can see the teapot, the pots, and I don't know, just really nice clutter items that I really like a lot. And the whole build, I kind of went with this teal dark green swatch that you can see over here. I really like this color. My favorite color is actually blue, but recently I've been really gravitating towards greens, very, like, I don't know, just dark greens, almond green, this kind of colors. So yeah, and pretty much just trying to put things where they should be. And I actually had a lot of difficulties trying to think of how I would like the living room to be, because after I was done decorating the kitchen, I realized that it's taking up slightly too much space in this entire build. And then there isn't really much space in the living room, so I really wanted to go with a small TV so the grandma can watch TV and things like that. But unfortunately, I couldn't think of a way to incorporate a TV inside, so this grandma doesn't have a TV. But if you download this build, you can definitely add a TV inside if you would like to. So yeah, so how's everybody doing so far? Today is a Sunday for me. Yesterday was my last lesson for that horrible module that I was talking about. It was it was a 4 hour long lecture. Actually, it's not even a lecture. It was just like the final lesson where 5 teams were chosen from all. A total of 5 teams were chosen from, I think, like what, 17 or 20 over classes for the entire cohort. So the 5 of them, or is it the 4? It's either 5 or 4 teams. They had to compete with one another, and ultimately a winner was chosen, and the winners get to go home with a $200 gift shopping vouchers or something like that, which I think honestly is not worth our time and effort. I would, it's like, come on, each person gets a $50 voucher. Honestly, I think the school can do better. Yeah, but I'm just really glad that this module is finally done. We've also submitted our last assignment, so right now I'm just left with one more final module, and then an exam in May, and afterwards I'll be a free bird. So yeah, and after the class yesterday, my friends and I planned on a beach date. So we went to East Coast Park, and then we had dinner. We had a really fun time there. It's been ages since I saw all of them, so it's really nice to hang out with my friends again. And because right now we're able to hang out in groups of 10, so it's really much easier. So yesterday the 6 of us met up, and yeah, I just really like that. Now that the restrictions are lifted, we can all hang out together again. So yeah. Right now I'm just decorating the living room, and you can see over here I actually cut out a lot of the footage of me trying to figure out how to place the fireplace. I really wanted to use the huge fireplace that came with the pack, but unfortunately this build is a bit too small, so I wasn't able to fit it in. So instead I used a smaller fireplace that came with Eco Lifestyle, if I'm not wrong, and then I just placed it aside, which I think looks pretty cool. I had wanted to put it in the, like, on the other side of the wall, but I like that I placed it at the corner there right now. And then right now we're just decorating the living room. Yeah, so I think I'll be placing the bookshelf behind the sofa instead. I honestly, this living room was quite hard to decorate initially, but once I placed down the bookshelf, and then I just sort of placed where the couch would be, everything just came together really nicely. And this pack also came with the cutest small, I don't know, like small circle table. You'll see in a bit here. It's just really cute, and there are like so many patterns on it, but I didn't get to use the pattern ones. I think I went with like a plain one. And then the chairs that came with this pack, I used the one that have some sort of patterns on it, and I think it turned out really nice. I didn't want this build to be too pattern-ish, so I just went with this plain one. So also, if you can hear some sound or like some noise in the background, that's one of my family members using the hairdryer. I really didn't want to record at this timing where everyone is still awake, but I do have plans to do other things later on, like later in the night, so that's why I'm doing this voice over slightly earlier. Not my most preferred timing, but I do hope that afterwards when I listen to this, or while I'm editing the video, I hope the sound of the hairdryer isn't too bad. I'll probably try to, I don't know, lower the background noise a little and see if it works, but I'm crossing my fingers. I hope really it doesn't bother you guys. But this is the pattern wallpaper that I was talking about. The plain one that I'm using on the other side of the wall, I'm pretty sure it's base game. Yeah, it was quite hard trying to find like a base game wallpaper that kind of matches with the colors that I'm going with here. Because if you see the pattern wallpaper, there's this like brownish part below, so I really wanted, the OCD in me wanted to find like a similar brown color for the trim, so it doesn't look too out of place. But I guess the one that I chose from base game, I think it works as well because it's so thin, you can't really see the difference. So yeah, I think it's just me, honestly. I have this sort of weird OCD going on, but yeah, either way, right now here we're just cluttering up the table at the entryway. This table is also from the Cottage Living pack. I pretty much use a lot here. I'm planning to build another bigger one. I think that might be my biggest, okay, no, maybe not my biggest, but that might probably be one of my biggest build. So hopefully I can use more items that I didn't get to use here. Oh, and this clock here is so cute. I just found it out of nowhere. But actually this video of me building here, I think you can see me trying. Like, I was so fascinated with all the stuff that came with this pack. I was basically just like, oh my god. Like, after a while I find new things, I'm just like, oh, I need to add this here. And then, like, yeah, it's just me really trying to figure out where to put all the stuff. I was pretty overwhelmed with the number of items, especially for the exterior. Like, when I was building the exterior, I realized there were many windows. And I was just like, I really want to use all of them, but because this is a pretty small build, so I couldn't use all. But stay tuned for the bigger one. And I'm also very excited to build using the Island Living pack. I found inspiration for a very huge beach house that I will be building, and it will most likely be up next week because I already have another build coming up sometime earlier this week. So I'll probably get that up first before I build the bigger one. And now that school is, I don't know, school is a bit less tiring and less time consuming, I do have time to post 2 builds a week. And yeah, so I'm really excited about that. I really hope that I can keep up with it because when I started this channel, I really had plans to, build twice. I mean, post twice a week, but because of school, I had trouble trying to commit to posting 2 times a week. But I did try to do like once a week at least. So yeah, so right now we're just decorating the toilet. Nothing too fancy, but one thing is that I used the bathtub for the first time ever. I had never used the bathtub before, so this is my first time using the bathtub. And yeah, so it's pretty simple, nothing too fancy. Like I said, this whole build doesn't really have a particular color theme that I was going for, mainly just trying to make use of the different wallpapers and whatever that kind of feels good in the moment. So I think this whole build you see a lot of pinks, greens, yellow. Yeah, pretty much these 3 colors are some of the few ones that you keep seeing. And now we're just moving on to the bedroom. The bedroom is pretty big, pretty spacious. I managed to fit a bed. Then there's a dressing table, which is really cute as well. And then I also gave this grandma Sim an armchair. So yeah, I think this is a pretty decent size bedroom. Honestly, if I didn't build this extension, I don't even think I can fit a bed inside here. Or probably the grandma will have to eat outside. Yeah, because right now there's a small table in the living room where the grandma can eat after cooking. But if I didn't like build this extension, I'm pretty sure she'll have to eat outside. So I'll have to put like a table outside or something. But yeah, so it's pretty simple, this bedroom, nothing too fancy. And I also really like this what is this called? This floor tile. Yes, this floor tile is so nice. I really love it a lot. Kind of reminds me of the one that we have in Jungle Adventure as well. But maybe this one maybe the planks are slightly thinner. I have no idea. But yeah. Oh, one more thing is that I really liked how I did the landscaping for this build. So this is, I think, the most landscaping I've ever done for a build. And I think it's because I just thought, like, this is my 20th video. Oh yes, this is my 20th video. So I thought, what, maybe I should really put in effort in my landscaping. And that is what I did. So because this grandma doesn't have a, what do you call it, a washer and dryer, I did place the, I don't know, this washing board thing in the bathroom, and then I placed a clothing line, a clothesline. I have no idea. Is the thing where you can hang your clothes outside. That's what they do in the olden days. So I have that in her backyard, so-called backyard, and I think it looks really nice. I like what I did with the landscaping. It's like slightly luscious but not too luscious. Is it luscious? Oh my god, luscious? Dude, I have no idea what I'm saying, but if you get what I mean, then yep, that's good for you. Yes, and I think pretty much we're going to the exterior right now. Yes, I'm pretty sure we're onto the exterior. Yeah, so I think, let me see. Yes. So I actually had a bit of trouble trying to come up with an idea of how I should landscape do the landscaping, because honestly I wanted to put like I think it's called a chicken coop. So I wanted to put a chicken coop in the garden, or the so-called small backyard, but afterwards, I mean, later on you can see me putting it down, but afterwards I just decided, okay, maybe not anymore, because it just didn't seem like, I don't know, I just didn't want the chicken coop after that. So I just placed like a table where she can sit outside. It's just a really cute and cozy small backyard. So over here is where you see me struggling to try and fit the stairs down here, because I realized that there's a platform here, so the sim would require some sort of staircase to climb down. Yeah, and over here, I actually, throughout this whole build, I had to do many testings, like just play testing, to make sure that the sim can actually go to the places where it's supposed to go. So yeah, I realized it's something that I always forget to do. So I'll just try to make sure that I do more of that. And over here is where you see the chicken coop. It's actually really cute. I might just include it in my next bigger farmhouse build or something. If you have any ideas of what I should build in this world, do let me know in the comment section below. I would very much love some of your inputs, because honestly sometimes I think it's really hard to think of like what to build here. Yeah, sometimes I just run out of ideas, and I would really love if people could let me know what they would like to see as well. Yeah, so over here I did put down some trash bins at the back of the house, so that is also where I placed the clothesline, and I think it looks really cute, honestly speaking. I do think that now that I realize there's this clothesline that I can use, I'll probably use it more often in my builds. So anyways, I'm just really happy for some reason. Today's a Sunday, and I don't know, I feel really chill. I woke up at 10:30 a.m. today, which is so unlike me, and somehow the voices outside are getting louder and louder, so I do hope you can't hear all of them. Yeah, it's not like me to wake up at 10:30, but I went to bed around like 2:30, maybe close to 3, because my friends and I were at the beach till like 1, and then we walked out of the beach just to get a Grab because we couldn't get one inside. And then after showering and just showering and cleaning up and all that kind of stuff, I eventually went to bed around like 2:30 or something. So yeah, I think it's one of the rare times that I get to wake up so late. Otherwise, I usually wake up at 8:30. That's like my default. Wait, actually I think it's 8. Yeah, that's my default wake up timing. So I actually really want to try to wake up earlier than that, because I do find that I'm much more productive in the morning, but the thing is, I always have this habit of using TikTok at around like maybe 12:30 or 12 on my bed, and then the next moment I know it's already 1:30 a.m. And it has sort of become a habit of mine to just use TikTok before I sleep. And TikTok is so toxic, but I just can't get enough of it. Honestly, the videos, these short clips are like the best. And so far my feed has, I don't know, my feed is all about cooking, it's all about food and cafes. Yes, cafes. Oh my goodness, those like the stuff that I usually look at when I'm on TikTok. So yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I try to limit myself, but I'm really bad at that. Just like how I'm really bad at trying to, you know, make sure that I don't um binge watch too much on Netflix. I recently started this new um new drama series. I think it's a Taiwan drama series on Netflix, and it's honestly so interesting. I am currently on season 2. I finished one season in, I think, in a day, so it's not something to be proud of, but yeah, I actually finished it in a day. So yeah, and pretty much I think we will be coming to the end of this speed build. Right now I'm just like, you know, putting all the soil and on the ground, just doing some of this, I have no idea what you called it. Yeah, just putting down soil and just to make the whole place look lived in. I realized in like some of my earlier builds, I don't really do this kind of stuff. So right now I'm just trying to make sure that I do more of that. And so if you like this build, do give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here, do consider subscribing to my channel and turn on the notifications button so you get notified each time I post a new video. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.